Okay, we're going to make some chicken soup. So that's how we're going to make some chicken broth. Usually I cook a chicken and then just use the bones and make soup. But this time I'm just going to cook a whole chicken in the crock pot. So I've got the chicken in there. It's about 4 cups of water. And, um, and then I'm just going to add these vegetables from the farm, from Shelter Farm. Okay, we've got some, this is a purple top white globe turnip, and this was a jaune boule dorée turnip. And we have some carrots. I think those are yaya carrots that we grew at the farm. And some onions, some garlic that I grew in my backyard, and some celery. So the celery is from the store, but it's organic, and you just want to use the tops like this, eh? Put that in there, and that'll give some flavor to your broth. So we're just adding vegetables to the soup stock to add flavor, and so all you want to do is remove some of the gnarly bits and throw that in the pot, and it should be well washed, but these are just fine for making the soup stock. You don't need the best vegetables for that, and we'll just remove any soil or these vegetables will, all go into the soup, but they'll probably be pretty mushy in the end, so they're just for the stock, and we'll probably discard it with the bones or with the rest of it. So this is kind of like creating a soup and cooking the chicken at the same time, and so you can get one good meal off of it, and then the rest can go into the soup. And here's an onion. So I leave the skins on so that it adds a little color and flavor and more nutrients to the soup. And I'll add that in there. And I'll throw in a couple of cloves of garlic. Okay. And then I'll just cut the knobby part. Sorry for the racket. And we'll take the peels off of these guys. So I just squash it like that, and then the peel just falls off. And it helps to squash the garlic, because then that releases all the flavor into the soup stock. So you really want to do that, but that can all go in there. Don't have to chop it up or anything. And that looks pretty good. I think we got enough there. And so it's on, crock pot's on high, because you want to, try to kill any bacteria. So I let it warm up before I put the chicken in, but it's got a ways to go. But it'll get quite hot on this temperature. So I'll put it on here for the first hour or two, and then I'll put it on low, and I'll let it cook for, well, we'll cook for 5 hours, and then we'll have some chicken for supper, and then I'll leave it in there basically for another 12 hours or so overnight, and then tomorrow I'll have the soup stock. When the chicken's cooked, I can remove the chicken from the stock, and basically remove the bones and everything, and then put the chicken in another container overnight, and then just cook the bones with the vegetables in there for the long period there, the 12 hours. And so you want to get a good bone broth, it should cook for about 24 hours on a low temperature, and then all the nutrients from the bones will be in the broth, and that's what you're looking for. Add some peppercorns, just a few peppercorns. Got some black ones and red ones and white ones here. Throw that into the soup stock broth, and some bay leaves. These are all bay leaves are locally grown, so I'll throw a couple of bay leaves in there. Oh, these are pretty big leaves. Okay, and maybe a little bit of salt also. So I use this Himalayan salt. It has more minerals in it. A little more expensive, but at least it's a little more healthier for you. Okay, and that's it for the spices. I'm going to add some more spices later. Some probably oregano and some thyme, but that's about it.